Alright, let's take a look at this one. Cosine 2x equals 2 cosine x minus 2 cosine squared x. A lot of cosine in there, alright? We have lots and lots of things to do with this problem. This problem pretty much encompasses everything we've done up until this point. Alright, number one, cannot factor. Alright, even if I get cosine of 2x on the other side, I cannot factor. Okay, cosine of 2x needs to be swapped out. That's the first thing I got to do. Alright, so I have three choices for cosine. Here's my big thing. My original was in terms of cosine. I don't want to throw sines in there if I don't have to. I want to keep it in terms of cosine all the way around. Because if everything's in terms of cosine, I can then see what I can do from there. So looking at my reference tables, cosine of 2a is 2 cosine squared a minus 1. It's right over here on the right side. Okay. So I'm going to replace that in our function. Okay. So with my first substitution, I get 2 cosine squared x minus 1. Okay. There it is. All I did was replace x with a. Alright, continuing on from here, this still equals what I have over here, 2 cosine of x minus 2 cosine squared x. Now, I got to get everything over to one side. Get lots of cosines. Let's see what I can do. Alright, this is where people make mistakes. You have to add 2 cosine squared x to that side, and then I'm going to, if I do that, I add it over here, I get 2 cosine, I get 4 of them now. 4 cosine squared x minus 1 equals 2 cosine of x. A lot of people will just add minus, minus, they cancel. Wrong. Okay. After that, I'm going to subtract 2 cosine of x. I get 4 cosine squared x, because I'm going to subtract this from both sides. Minus 2 cosine of x. Not like terms, no singletons, so I'm just left with 2 cosine of x minus 1 equals 0. Then I go over here, I'm like, alright, well, it's quadratic. I think of it as 4x squared minus 2x minus 1. Things that multiply to give me 1, 1 and 1, 2 and 2, that's 4. That gives me nothing in the middle, because these have to be opposites. I really don't know. Alright, well, if I don't know off the top of my head, I go right to the going to, which is quadratic formula. Right? I need an a, b, and a c. I need a to be 4, b to equal negative 2, c to equal negative 1. Alright, when it doesn't come out fast, that's the way to go. Alright? Pulling out it, cosine of x equals negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Please have it memorized. Alright? Now, substitute in negative 2 plus minus the square root negative 2 squared minus 4 times a, which is 4, times negative 1, all over 2 times 4. Do it our arithmetic, because that's what we do, and we should be good at. Okay, that's 2 plus minus the square root of 4 plus our wonderful number, which is 16, all over 8. Which, if I simplify it, it's 2 plus minus the square root of 20 over 8. Can I break down 20? In the words of Hammer, break it down. It does. It's 4 times 5. So the square root of 4 is 2. So it's 2 plus minus 2 radical 5 over 8. And then you can cancel out a 2 from all the terms. Cancel, cancel, cancel. I get 1 plus the radical 5 over 4. And don't forget the minus. Alrighty. Are we even close to done? No. Okay, because this is where cosine of x equals this. So I really have two solutions, and I have to figure them both out. Right, not nice. And both of them are different. So I have to start with, let's do with 1 plus the square root of 5 all over 4. I have no idea what that is. So I'm going to do arc cosine. Make sure you put the first thing all in parentheses. 1 plus radical 5. Oops, not this 5. Second radical. Where's radical? It's right over here. 5. Close the parenthesis. Close it again to get it all in 1. Divided by 4. And I got 36. Alright. let's see how that worked out. That's just interesting. Let's make sure. 1 plus the square root of 5 divided by 4. Arc cosine of the answer. 36. I'll be darned. Didn't think it was going to be that nice. Never seems to come out that nice. Alright, well, we're going to go with it. So, we've got that down. So we've got x equals 36 degrees. Okay? And notice how I'm looking at the actual thing here, but this was positive, this number. Okay? And positive, remember, we have to do our quadrants again. Cosine is positive in quadrants, numbers 1 and 4. So I get quadrants 1, and I need Q4, so that's 360 minus 36. So if I don't have a calculator, I'll do it by hand. 5, 4, 30, 24. We got our first answer, yay! All right, let's take a look at 1 minus the square root of 5 all over 4. All right, I'll do 1 minus the square root of 5, square root, turns into just over. We divide that by 4, that new answer, I get that number. All right, so okay, I'm going to do the arc sine of that, or arc cosine of that, I'm sorry, the cosine of my answer, and I get 108. Wow, some nice numbers today. All right, so I get 108. Okay, notice this is a quadrant 2 angle, right? Because this is a negative point, if you look. Negative 0.30, 309. So it shoots out an answer in quadrant 2, but there's always a second angle. Remember that. Quadrant 3 is also where cosine is negative. Okay? This is why a lot of times you're going to see me just do the whole same problem. Okay? And I'm going to just look at it in terms of it's positive right here. If you do the point 309016994, it's reference angle. We can figure it out backwards from here because it came from 180 minus 108. And our reference angle was 72. Alright? So the reference angle was 72. That's a lot of times why I just look at it in terms of the positive here. So just remember that. So in quadrant 3, it's 180 plus 72. Okay? Which is 252 degrees. Right? Putting it all together, x equals 4 really different numbers. I'm surprised they even came out even, because they usually don't. Alright? But our 4 answers are 36 degrees, 108 degrees, 252 degrees, and 324. Okay? Be careful on this problem. This encompasses everything. You can do this. You're all set. Okay? Be careful. You can even see I didn't trust the answer. Okay? See you later.